Hey guys, so in honor of me having found out that one of my favorite folklore authors and paranormal book writers, Dale Jarvis, I found out yesterday that he put a new book out a couple of weeks ago, and I got it, of course, because of course I did. But yeah, in honor of that, I wanted to read one of his short stories that is in one of his older books, Haunted Shores, just cause I can. So it's just one of his short stories, so it's not very long. So this one is called The Ghost of Brazil Street. So here we go. From January 1975 to March 1977, a man lived in an apartment on Brazil Street, St. John's, high high up on the hill just before it meets the Merchant Road. The previous tenants were friends of the man's, who had been driven out of the apartment because the wife could no longer stand the ghostly manifestations in the place. They blamed these events on a rather sinister painting which had been left behind by some earlier tenant. The earlier occupants had found the atmosphere sinister and frightening. Objects constantly fell from shelves and walls for no apparent reason, and in spite of the fact that the building stood on solid rock and that there was no morning traffic nearby. Even though it was extremely difficult to find a vacant apartment in St. John's at the time, particularly a corner one on the top floor of a modern building, nobody else wanted it. The new occupant decided to take a chance and moved in. Upon doing so, he rolled up the suspicious painting and stored it away. He then hung an original oil painting, which belonged to him, upon the wall behind one of the two sofa beds. The first and most persistent manifestation of the ghostly presence was that the new painting repeatedly fell off the nail upon which it was hung. It would wake the tenant up by crashing onto the electric radiator below. The nail was firmly placed and pointing upwards, so the painting could not have slid off by itself. Most strikingly, the painting always fell down at exactly 3 a.m. In the end, he was forced to take the painting down. The gentleman also experienced other curious manifestations, such as a hand, apparently that of a woman's, lightly touching his as he lay in bed. There was also the sound of a handbell being rung. The sound was definitely within the kitchen area of the studio apartment and could not have come from outside or the next apartment. He also witnessed a pen jumping at least 8 inches into the air, and once saw a kind of formless area of darkness, roughly in the shape of a bat, swoop across the room and vanish into a wall. Even more disturbing was the fact that the man soon started to hear the sound of a woman's voice repeating over and over again, "Get away from me." And that was The Ghost of Brazil Street. I apologize for the choppy way I read. I have vision issues, so it's hard for me to read sometimes, but still love it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye.